Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. As you can see here, I'm up here in these 60 plus systems, or as I like to say, dark, deep, dark space. I'm not going to show you hazard systems this time. I don't like hazard systems, but I'll get there eventually. You know, you gotta crawl before you can walk. But just for full transparency, let's go to the, maybe not even transparency, just for your information. Let's go to the first hazard system. Going to be a 62 system. I'll reveal it with the NX-01. And I'll just plot a course here. I'm not going to send it, but you can see it will take my Jadaridex 7 minutes and 34 seconds to get to hazard space. Yeah, that's a long time to be waiting. What I usually do is I send to one of the systems around it. Either, you know, the one right after it, or maybe one of the two right before it. And then send it in. You still gotta wait for a minute, but at least you're only waiting a minute instead of, you know, waiting 7 minutes. But let's get on to one of the systems. This is not only telling you about the new spaces out there, but maybe more trying to present some evidence of how it's going for me and skipping G6 uncommons. I'm only 61, so kind of have that going for me. Why it's a little easier, because I don't have to kill 63s or 64s yet. But at the same time, I don't have a level 64's research. So, when I did all the dailies, oh shit, I didn't reset studio mode. There we go. To do resizing. Still have to resize between the game and, let's say, a web page. Annoying, but whatever. Where the hell was I? I don't know. I'm talking about whatever the hell it is I'm talking about here. Oh, the levels. And I have to show it to you at a different time because I already did all my dailies. Good for me, right? Since I'm a 61, I only have to kill a 61s. But if I kill, let's say, a 63, I actually get 5 points towards my dailies instead of 1 point for a 61. Because you get the 1 point for the kill, and then you get an extra 2 points for each level higher than you are it is. So that's cool. The downside that I'm finding in some of these systems, yes, you see I'm in a Federation system, you see your Federation hostile, Starfleet Guard. These guarding stuff. And you get your reputations. But you come and you find a bunch of these star ribbons around. You see the same type of hostiles, what's primarily in here, the battleship. There was a scout, I killed the scout. Taking a look at these guys, you can see that's a hijacked legionary. And it actually gives you no reputation. Which is awesome. Right? Debatable, I guess. It would be nice if these were classified as Federation hostiles, except they're not. As far as I can tell, they serve no purpose. They don't help you complete the dailies, at least not your faction ones. And they don't give you reputation. It's like, okay, so maybe they're good for faction hunt, which is nice, but that's it. You know, I mean, they don't help you do your dailies, and you don't get reputation. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they're only there for faction hunt. Cool. I mean, I guess, you know, you can do the independent dailies, the one that are just generic kill a hostile. But then at the same time, then you're not doing your faction dailies. Is that something you want to do? However, let's kill some. See how I do. So, what I'd like to do, because I obviously want the Federation assholes, I am zoomed in more, which is awesome, because I love that. Because some jackass decided to put some random hostiles in here that don't really count for what the hell I'm coming up here for. I mean, if I wanted to kill generic 60 level hostiles, I'd go kill like Gorn or something. Actually get a loot for it. You're up here in faction space to kill faction hostiles. You either want reputation or you want them to count toward your daily. Count toward your daily, probably the most important thing. Check my crew out. I really haven't found a better hostile crew. I've been toying with this crew. It's a fine crew. You know how James Kirk works. It's just, without a mitigator, it sucks. And if you put a mitigator on here, you're limited to what ship you can use and what ship type you can hit. And I hate that. But to a certain extent, for a second ship, it's fine. It's just not as good as this. Lots of damage with your isolated cascades. Lots of defense, because I got Paris below on this ship. Janeway's captain ability, and then Naismith in his Apex barrier. So just the best hostile grinding crew I've found so far. But again, I'm still trying to work through some of that shit. But otherwise, I'm doing fairly well. How many... Oh, no! Shit. Good thing I had ships out. Didn't want to do that. Annoying. But as you can see, I'm killing a bunch of ships that are higher level than me still. Which is nice. Now, you try to go up to the 65s, and yeah, I'm not quite ready for the 65s yet. At least not like a lot of them, Like, I can do the dailies on it because I get... I get 9 points per kill. So doing a daily is easy. But you do kind of want to get some ship parts. And this stupid thing about this is kind of another thing that really pisses me off. Because especially in the early 60s, there's only one ship you're trying to level up right now, and it's the Selkie. So what do you need? Do you need battleship parts, or do you need interceptor parts, or do you need explorer parts? No, you don't, because you haven't even gotten the warships yet. You need survey parts. So, we'll just crew up your second ship with Hammer and go kill survey ships. If you find them, let me know. I have not found them in deep dark space yet. There are no survey ship hostiles as far as I know. So what did these assholes do instead of that? Well, I'm sure you may have noticed if you've been looking at the screen. You see you get this kill here. You get 3,000 battleship parts. Well, you get 1,500 survey parts. Which is kind of nice that you get. You don't have to go get the survey ships. Though at the same time, you can't use Hammer. Which would be good, because Hammer doesn't care what ship he's on. Yeah. Would be nice if there were survey ships. But there aren't. Like, I'd rather have it flipped. I'd rather it be survey ships that drop warship parts. Because it'd be much easier to crew for. Because you could use Hammer. But, okay. Whatever. And it really does suck that it's less. It's less than the warship parts. Which means I have 160,000 ship parts in here. Look at that. I mean, I have 112 battleship parts, 13,000 interceptor parts. I have only 40. I don't even have 40,000 survey ship parts, but yet I have 100,000, over 100,000 battleship parts. Yeah, that's some fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. The one damn ship that I'm trying to level up right now is the one damn ship it's harder to get parts for. Bunch of jackasses. It is really annoying. It really is annoying. But at the same time, it is kind of nice that I'm not really struggling to kill here in this 63 system. And no, I can't go up to the 64 system because the 64 system is a hazard system. Wonderful, right? Yeah. There's two 64 systems here, and they're both hazard systems. They need to go fuck yourself, players. I don't know what the hell is. That's some lame ass bullshit. But I was probably the one guy that didn't want to go G6, but went G6 anyway. I don't know if I necessarily regret it, but because otherwise I'm just staying 60 forever. That just seems dumb. You know? But at the same time, I knew I wasn't going to like G6, and you know what? I don't like G6. To me, they made a whole bunch of changes, and it just screws players over. I mean, especially here with the ship parts. How does this not screw players over? Not having actual survey ships. It screws players over. It would be much easier to crew for a survey ship than a battleship or an interceptor or an explorer. But yet, they made a grand old decision. Real genius. Be like, oh, yeah, we're just going to get rid of the survey ships. Because, yeah. Why? Oh, because then we have to give them more reputation, and we'd rather they buy the reputation. Whatever, dude. Y'all just suck. But at the same time, I killed several more here. I mean, this video is only what? I mean, right now it's what? 12, 13 minutes long. I do have almost 80,000 survey ship parts now. I mean, I have a butt ton of battleship parts, which is cool. I guess. You know, if that's what you want. But no survey ship parts. It's just very annoying. And yes, you can notice up here, there are armadas. This is where the rare armadas are. In this 63 system, you can tell because, oh look, they're labeled 63s. There are 61 and 62 uncommons in the previous few systems. I'm not going to show you these armadas. I'm a really short version of what they are right now. It's just, there's nothing really special about them. Essentially, it's a continuation of the Dominion loop, except these are classified as factions. Like Romulan, Federation, or Klingon. That's it. And they have a different currency. Because, of course, they do. They're not... I mean, I'm not trying to say they're easy. They are tougher. I mean, you know, higher hulls and higher shields and all that. But it's not like there's some trick to them. It's kind of dumb. Because, I mean, quite literally, they could have just continued the Dominion loop. They just chose not to because, well, a new set of directives and a new set of credits, I guess, will yield us more money. Because otherwise, why? Right? There's no other logical explanation for it. Whatever. But this is essentially a first video in, we'll call it a series, I don't know, maybe a mini-series, of trying to gear you up for what to maybe expect if you do decide to go to G6. I would tell you that it's worth sitting at 60 for at least a month just to gather all the information that you can, prepare yourself, and even more prepare yourself, and even then get even more information. Because once you click the button, you can't go back, you know? That's the only thing. It's not like going from 53 to 54, or 54 to 55, or 44 to 45, or 45 to 46. There's not a whole lot of change that really goes there. Switching between grades is a big change. It is worth sitting at 60 or even 50 or maybe even 39 for a month. You know, gather your information, make the best decision for you. Well, you kind of got to have information for that, right? Of course, if you're collecting it along the way, then that's fine. You know, you do you. Just don't just click the button. I think next video I'll do hazards. Anyway, comment below. What is your initial impression of Dark Deep Dark Space? You think that's a good name for it? I like it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.